Hello, BookTube. I have a little post-Blizzard mail haul for you. Well, that might be of interest. I'm sitting in a different place in my little book room, but don't let that disorient you. I promise you, no matter where my location is, I'm every bit as tedious. So let's start off with no box today, but we'll start off with something big. This is nice and big and heavy. Might be more than one book. It is. It's two books. Good. Excellent. Excellent. All right. What have we got here? Okay, first one comes out in late June, and it is a thriller called Trap the Devil. I love these kinds of things. This is by Ben Coase. That's the Eiffel Tower in the background. Do we have... he's got a ton of high-octane blurbs. A cabal of powerful extremists is planning a vicious attack that will result in millions upon millions of casualties worldwide. They are also some of the most powerful and trusted men in America. After decades of planning, they are ready to take the first step, taking over the government in a swift, silent coup. All that is standing in their way is one woman running for her life who knows the truth, Dewey Andreas, and one person who can stop them. Okay, all right, all right. And the blurb on the cover is worth its weight in gold. It's called Blows Away the Competition. It's by Brad Thor. Now what's the next one here? Okay, great. Fantastic. I love this publicist. He's one of my favorites. This also comes out in late June, and this is also a thriller. This is called Blackmail by Rick Campbell. Let's see if we can angle it. There you go. There you go. A bold military and political strike by the Russian government leaves the U.S. reeling. With only a desperate long-shot chance to avoid a devastating world war, the U.S. aircraft carrier patrolling the western Pacific Ocean is severely damaged by a surprise salvo of cruise missiles, while the Russian government officially apologizes, claiming it was a result of fire control accident during a training exercise. It was instead a calculated provocation. With the U.S. Pacific Fleet already severely under strength, the Russian president decides that the U.S. response is a clear indication of their weakness, military and politically, and initiates a bold plan. You're all appreciating my self-control here. Let's move on. I am intentionally going to wait to read these in June, just for the sheer fun of knowing that I have two high-octane thrillers ahead of me. They're so much fun. They and cozy mysteries are pretty much the ultimate palate cleanser, no matter what you need. Okay, all right. Next is also a novel. This is the finished copy of A Line Made by Walking. We've seen this here by Sarah Baum. A bomb? You bring a bomb around a baby? I know I made that same cheesy Life of Brian joke the last time. You knew I wasn't original when you married me. So this has now got a much bigger... This is due in late April, and it's got a much bigger press sheet. I guess it's made the rounds, made some initial critical first impressions. I haven't read it. I didn't read the advance copy yet. Let's see. All right, let's move on to this thing here. Okay, yet another novel. Boy, we swing both ends of the pendulum here, don't we? All nonfiction, all fiction. This is by B.G. Fermani, and it's called Time's a Thief. Rather nice cover. Francesca Varani is a bright, canny, but vulnerable Barnard freshwoman with a working-class background in the New York City of the mid-'80s. She strikes up a volatile friendship with drama queen classmate Kendra and is drawn into the orbit of her Salinger-esque, glitteringly dysfunctional family. I hate it when that happens. After graduation, when Chess moves into Kendra's townhouse in the village as a secretary girl of all work to the literary intellectual Clarice Marr, think Susan Sontag dressed in Chanel. Do I have to think that? And isn't that kind of an insult to Susan Sontag? I'm sure she could afford Chanel if she wanted to. She's probably just not, shallow. And falls in love with Clarice's troubled son, Jerry. She moves into their house and falls in love with their son? And this is supposed to end well? Oh, and by the way, you smarty pantses out there. Yes, I'm aware of the fact that Susan Sontag is dead. I meant she could have worn Chanel when she was alive. She knew the woman. Anyway, let's not fight. Marked with the poignancy of time passing and the choices made and not made, Time's a Thief is a love letter to New York and a beautiful, sad, funny first novel. Oh, this is a debut. I love them. I love debut novels. Okay, and the B.G. Fermani is a graduate of Barnard College, just like her protagonist. So that bodes poorly, but you never know. So this comes out in early May, and let's see here. Let's move on. Next one is Europa edition, so it's certainly going to be more fiction. A fiction-heavy haul. I never quite know what to do with those. All right, so this is Jean-Christophe Ruffin, Checkpoint. And I'm sure that some of you will know this author. I do not. I'm sure that this author is the toast of the town elsewhere outside of America. He's one of the founders of Doctors Without Borders. Good Lord. Good Lord. And a former ambassador of France in Senegal. I almost dusted today. He's written numerous bestsellers, including The Abyssinian, which I read. Okay. I read The Abyssinian a long time ago. The Abyssinian was his debut novel. Wow. Okay, this also comes out in early May. And what is it? What are we dealing with here? Alex, Maud, Lionel, Mark, and Vautier are members of an aid convoy driving from Lyon to war-torn Bosnia. But the four men accompanying Maud are very different from the cliched image of the humanitarian volunteer. One by one, they reveal the secret wounds that have brought them to this conflict zone, and mile by mile, the true nature of their cargo. Oh, that sounds interesting, doesn't it? Okay. All right. Checkpoint. Okay, so we're still all fiction. We have 2 packages to go here. This could very well end up being an all fiction haul. Wouldn't that be something for a new location? The minute I move my chair, I'm bombarded with the made up stories. Okay, all right. Well, this one is not. This one is looks like a memoir. This is Ants Among Elephants: An Untouchable Family and the Making of Modern India by Sujata Gidla. Wow. So the author and his family are untouchables. Sujata Gidla was born an untouchable in the state of Andhra Pradesh and in southeastern India. His great-grandparents converted to Christianity toward the beginning of the 20th century, and her grandparents were educated at Canadian missionary schools. Gidla's parents became college lecturers, and Gidla herself earned a master's degree in applied physics. This book tells the personal stories behind her family's trajectory, beginning with her great-grandparents' generation and progressing through the 20th century, all the way forward to her own lifetime. Okay. All right, so an Indian family memoir. Very nice. All right, and this comes out in late July, so I'll be getting a finished copy. And then we have this thing. Last one, a vacuum-pressed cardboard here. What have we got here? This is by Marcia Willett, and it's called Indian Summer, by the author of A Week in Winter, which I believe I read, and I believe I liked it. This comes out in late June. It's in the style of Rosamund Pilcher and Maeve Binchy. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. I missed both of them. So, for a renowned actor, Sir Mungo, his quiet home village in Devon provides the perfect retreat. Close by are his brother and his wife, and the rural location makes his home the ideal getaway for his old friends in London. Among those is Kit, who's come to stay for the summer, bringing with her a letter from her first and only love, Jake, and a heart in turmoil. Years have passed since they last saw each other, and now he has written to Kit asking to meet again. As the summer unfolds, secrets are uncovered that will shatter the sleepy community and even tear a family apart. But those involved soon realize that the only way to move forward might be to confront the past. Okay. All right. So we only had one thing in this whole thing that wasn't a novel, and that was this, Ants Among Elephants. All the rest of it's fiction. So we have an Indian memoir, then we have Checkpoint by a French author, then Indian Summer by Marcia Willett, Time's a Thief by B.J. Firmani, A Line Made by Walking by Sarah Baum, Blackmail by Rick Campbell, and Trap the Devil by Ben Coase. So the whole spectrum. Literary fiction, thrillers, historical fiction, very good. Very, very good. So mostly a fiction haul. And that's it for now. I'll see you soon, BookTube. Thank you.